I mean, it was better before.
Someone speak, guys.
Yo.
Hello, we are speaking.
Oh, that's
Hello.
good. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, this is your better mic now.
Right, I should be able to.
Okay,
Yeah. Drop an
Yeah, I
invite.
think he's restart. I think Tom is restarting his Discord or something. I don't know.
How long do you reckon till his Wi-Fi cuts out?
10 minutes.
Hello. There we are. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
That's not good.
M32 cannot join for some reason.
Shit, fuck. Right,
Wapping's probably sad that he's having qualiban.
Magnum kan också säga nej och utan ni invite jag ska ha.
Speakers, right. Someone speak, just someone speak. Hello.
Nervous!
Okay, that's not coming up through my microphone. Okay, right, well, we're gonna ditch the headset today then, folks. Oh, come on.
Yeah!
Oh no, who's got the echo? What? The echo's crazy.
Hold on, check. Wait, let me mute first. Check.
Hello? Still there.
Okay, that's not me then, I guess.
It's definitely still. Hold on.
Stormy. Storm, how do you feel that you're
I need to put
Stormy Kardashian?
Clickable. I need to put it like some.
Storm, how do you feel that you're the daughter of Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott?
What? Is there an echo now? Hold on. No. Okay, go. I've got it perfect then. Right, we have 15, 16. We need one more for full qualifying. So if we could get someone in, that would be very nice. Jamboy, are you in the lobby, by the way? No. I will invite you. Jamboy is not online. Oh, crumbs. It's gonna be full qualifying, folks, so we're gonna be here, I'd say, until about 7:30 tonight UK time. Well, I definitely am online.
What's happening? What is that shit?
I am confused. Let's see. What was I meant to do? Jamboy, how's that stream coming along? I can stream, yeah. Okay. Give us just 2 minutes then we'll go live, okay? Awesome sauce. Then someone drop me an invite, please. Pretty please. You're online now. Well, I should be. No, you're not. Is your online status on? What does that mean? Like, change your online status from appear offline to online. It says online. I can even message you on EA. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's Monks. Jesus, Monks looks like a right fat. I can't say that. My career flashed before my eyes, right there. Oh, someone followed me. No way! Oscar, come on, Oscar. Oscar knows what's up. Oscar knows what the shit is. Yeah, his name's now in the bottom left corner. Wait, send the link to you on Twitch just to let people know. Yeah. Just DM me. I've gotta find it first. Oh, I'm about to buy. Get out. I wonder if today's commentary will have mentions of Sam Rose's mother having a Watford crest tattooed on her breasts. I mean, that was peak. I'm gonna say that right then because I believe that was a good year ago. Oh, I need to find it though. That was over a year ago. Yeah, right. So, chat, folks. Motherfuckers, how are we all doing? Can we get you all unmuted? Ask how you are doing. Because there's no point in this social experiment. Boss has to unmute yourself. Oscar, unmute yourself. I have it there. Don't worry, John boy.
No. Alright. Sorry, King.
It's okay. It seems none of you want to partake in a social experiment, which is your loss, but still. We have 16 drivers. Do we have 17 on the way? Do we have potentially 18? What is the story here?
Magna Sheep followed. Hashtag love.
Jambo, did you see them crowding around in box? Excuse me. Do you see them crowding around in Box Park Wembley to see the EastEnders special?
I didn't know there was a special.
Yeah, for the 40th anniversary. Who the fuck is Ixmag Xbox?
To be fair though, who is watching EastEnders in 2025?
And in the Box Park in Wembley as well. Like,
nah, that's alright.
Phil Mitchell's died and you're fucking just celebrating like England have fucking lost the final of the Euros.
Yeah, man. Who followed me? Emil. Not a clue who that is.
Bottas.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, hi from Scotland!
Ah, fuck.
And they leave for the second time this evening.
Now I've got a delay on
Can
my
someone,
stream.
can someone invite Jamboy genuinely, because I'm having a very hard time.
Literally.
No, not literally, no. Couldn't be. I'm gonna give you a cheeky...
Storm, put on full quali.
I'm gonna do that, but... Oh, we've got 17, holy fuck, we have 17, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Tom joined.
Okay, qualifying, full, session length, long. Okay, 18, fuck me, is that Jamboy? Yes, that's
Yeah.
Jamboy. Right, we're gonna start 10 minutes past, so 3 minutes just to get sorted, okay?
Me llamo es Ilya Topuria.
The storm aura is real, we haven't had full qualifying in a while, and when I show up, we just get it.
Topuria aura is real.
Ilya Toptoro.
Oh no, why are we at Saudi?
Dermaderkader.
Stand your base, stand your base.
What the fuck is happening? So Dean and Sean, remember the mutual mics during qualifying so you don't
Wrestling
speak.
has more than one black champion.
Yoo-hoo!
Woohoo!
Get out!
Ya bir şey arıyoruz da böyle darbuka böyle arabesk falan çalsın. Göbek atalım. Göbek atalım ya.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you knobhead, yeah? Who the fuck did that, yeah? Me and the boys will go and get you, fam.
Alright mate, sorry.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean?
Storm,
Storm, fucking
Fuck
place.
up.
I fucking hate
Storm.
it. It's full of dickheads!
Okay, who the fuck is that? I'm gonna fucking ban you for the server! Okay,
Oh,
Storm,
I can take it.
remember realistic starting time, by the way, it's not on.
Yeah, I was about to sort that chat.
Yeah, but we whether a
Storm.
time of day to
Focus
realistic.
accuracy approximate, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it.
I had that on. Okay, anything I've missed, just check through the settings.
Yeah, I'm already checking. I don't think there is anything else.
No,
You've missed
we're
everything.
ready.
Yes, we know
Jamboy,
you
are you
don't
ready
take
to go live?
If you really want me to, I will.
What about ERS and DRS assist? Isn't it enabled for some? ERS and DRS.
Honestly, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, me too. But some people complain. I don't know.
Okay.
They won't.
I've done my
10,
Can you use your
9,
ideas as you
8,
beat
3,
like-
2, 1, ready up to fuck you,
Okay.
stupid bastards!
4, 3, 2,
Mute up, Oscar. Oscar, mute!
Let me get live.
Jamboy, speak a sentence of English for me.
The
Oh my god, the headset's working again, holy shit.
dog jumped over the mound.
Thank you very much, I will take that. Okay, are we ready to go live, Jamboy?
We're live.
Are we? Fuck me. Hello, everyone. Right. Interesting. Good evening to you then, folks. It's been a while. I apologize. I've had stuff in my life I've had to deal with. But we are back, and we are near the business end of the TRL season. It is round 8 from Saudi Arabia, and boy oh boy, is the championship heating up. Bottas leads the way. He is looking to accomplish a Finnish three-peat of championships after Magnussen won the title in Season 3 and Season 4. And of course, before F126 comes out, F125 comes out, we will have a short mini-season that will make us all feel very happy, warm and fuzzy inside. Good evening to fellow commentary partner Jamboy, who is also here in Sakir. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing alright. I'm a bit excited, you know?
Is the audio working? Can they hear me?
I think so. It's coming through on my end.
That's good. So we are ready to go. It's not short qualifying, it's certainly not one-shot qualifying. We will be here for the next hour for full qualifying for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And look how beautiful this place is. It's like China! But it's a bit better because they have all the oil.
Yeah,
Are you excited, Jamboy?
I'm on the edge of my seat, mate. I'll take that for free.
That's good. In China, they're eating the dogs. Okay, there we go. We can. Okay, we can hear. We can hear me. I can hear myself. Good. They said to me, Donald, how do they eat the dogs in China? I said to him, they stir fry them and then they boil them.
The dirty dogs.
They're cowards. They're dirty dogs. He died like a dog. He died like a coward.
A beautiful dog.
One of the best dogs as far as I'm aware. Nobody has a better dog than me, but... Right, okay, we'll stop with that for now. 18 minutes Q1, 15 minutes Q2, 12 minutes Q3. Jamboy, any predictions for this race?
Right, I'm going to pick my random player, well, driver of today. Who's going to win? I'm going with the guy at the bottom, West Rizzy. Rising.
Streezy, yeah.
Streezy.
Now, we might remember Joe Frack. Do we remember Joe Frack?
Never heard of the guy.
Really?
I probably have. Why? Who is he?
The guy in the AlphaTauri who was last in Bahrain we all wanted to see do well.
Oh, was that my last commentary session?
Yes, it was. Anyway, we have movement at the end of the pit lane because the reigning and defending championship leader Bottas has exited the pit lane to head out onto the circuit. This track has of course been on the Formula 1 calendar since 2021.
Get out there before it gets too busy.
And of course it was the Saturday race last year. Also on the day of the incredible photo finish between Season 2 champion Ryo Zappu and Hecaron, if you can remember back that far. Bottas of course leads the championship. We'll get the championship standings up in a minute. Round 8 of 12 this season. Nearly at the end of another TRL campaign. Can you believe it? We have got Abu Dhabi before a US doubleheader before the final race of the season in Brazil. I am happy to say I will be there for Austin, Vegas and Sao Paulo. Here is the championship standings coming into this one. Then Bottas leads the way by 16 points from Dean in second. Now racing for McLaren after a very, very dramatic transfer situation last week. He jumped ship from Aston Martin to McLaren, and He is going to aim to try and win the championship for them. Magnus Sheep is third, the reigning and defending champion of TRL, looking for a three-peat that probably isn't going to happen. Oscar 4 for Alpine, 3 points behind the reigning champion. Thomas Dalglish is 5th. Hecaron, Tom Gray, Theo, Adam and Aaron round out the top 10. Constructors Championship, Kick Sauber on the way to defending their crown once again. Bottas coming up towards the DRS protection line. Of course, this race hosted a Formula E weekend last weekend. We are back though for TRL and Bottas to get us underway in this qualifying session. 327 kilometers an hour on the brakes towards turns 1 and 2. Down from 8th gear to 2nd gear, then put the foot flat to the floor as he comes up through turn 3, then into the twisty section that of course can definitely destroy your lap, can destroy your race. Bottas would know all about that, crashing out of this Grand Prix at turn 4 back in season 2, but he looks like he has got past all the danger zones of this first sector as he heads up towards the first sector split. It looks like it's been a decent run so far, 32.046 as he heads into the carousel left, 6th gear, dropping down to 5th, then to 4th, 155 kilometers an hour, up the hill, small kick of oversteer as he turns on the overtake button on his car, up towards the right-left chicane, 5th gear, 200 kilometers an hour. He's absolutely flying around the track, small tap of the outside wall as he hurtles his way down the back straight, activates the DRS now, 7th gear, reaching into 8th, 300 kilometers an hour, up towards that middle sector split, 1 minute 0.596, flies for the left, right, right, left, comes up towards the next DRS detection point. It's been a brilliant lap so far, Jamboy.
It's been a brilliant lap. He's coming up to the final hairpin now, not a lot of DRS left. Here we go, braking. Decent braking, I won't lie, would have done better. But we run up to the finish line, up to the DRS now, runs over the pit lane, and finishes with a time of 1:27.808.
Next up is the Haas of Pizza Amazing 44, who's about to start an outlap before we have the two McLarens. And Dean hits the wall! Dean hits the wall, despite being on an outlap and being on the intermediate tyre. He lets his teammate past, who's on the mediums in Q1. Box up to the line, 1:28.705. Then it is the Red Bull of Wapping who pits. He was on the hard compound tyre for AIM X Firto, 1:29.894 for McLaren. Coming up to the line next is the is that Red Bull? No, that's the Racing Bulls of Encino. His teammate Westrezi, who Jamboy picked up, is coming up to the line now. Westrezi up towards that line. It is a 1:29.182, which puts him into third. Next up is the Aston Martin of Mr. Business. He goes second, 1:28.7, and those are your runners and riders so far. Magnus Sheep goes into 7th, 1:32.788, but he was in the intermediate compound of tyre. Jamboy, just for a little bit of action for you, take us through ZX Zoo's lap for Aston Martin.
ZX Zoo, alright.
Yeah.
Come on. Right, is this turn 3 I think we're coming up to? Brakes very nicely close up to the wall there, staying as far right and then chucking it all the way back to the left, in the middle, left and right, very beautiful for you there. Don't want to get on the curbs because it can hinder you quite a bit. Gets a little bit on the curb, but he manages to find his way through. Got a car coming up here, oh no. We got yellow flags out a minute ago. Through the embankment, hits the wall on the inside there. That's going to take a bit off his time. Is someone over there, it's let past into the quick right left part of the track. Bit wide on the apex, that's going to take him some time. Oh, and he's hit the wall! Oh my god, we've got another car in the middle here. DRS activated. Is he getting out of the way or is he giving him a tow? I can't tell. Anyway, into the left-hander. A little bit slower, I would have gone faster obviously. Not the best line through there, but you know, we'll take it. Right, now we're going to come down into the last hairpin here. Coming under the Aramco board. The hairpin, kind of washed, comes through, hits the DRS in a second. And that's going to be an alright lap for a 1:30.794.
If he was saying a 1:03, I'd genuinely be concerned, but he is 8th. And that's especially concerning considering as he is on the medium compound tyre, considering Magnus Sheep's in the intermediates. He's at 1:32. Aston Talk picks up a 5-place group penalty for collision with Smogsec. We're going to see what's happened there. Smoksek, I don't think he has any damage. Oh no, he's lost a front wing end plate. Okay. So something must have happened there between those two. Asatok, of course, in the Red Bull. No visible signs of damage for him. Right, 10 minutes 55 seconds left in this session. Top 9 have all set laps. Everyone else out on a out lap. Ding coming towards the line. He's on the intermediate compound tyre, and he is going to set a lap, which we're not going to take you through because it's not going to be quick whatsoever. Asatok coming up towards the line then on the Red Bull soft compound tyre, depleting all his battery. He is almost giving the Ferrari of Ex Fierto a tow. I'm not sure why he's doing that, as he slides into the first two corners. Certainly not the optimum line to take.
I'll be back,
and then he goes into neutral.
I'll be back.
Asatok into turn 3, drops down to 4th gear, into 5th, then to 6th. Of course, as mentioned, such a tricky section. He hits the wall and he's all out of sorts. Yellow flag because Ex Fierto has gone off the track. I'm not sure what's exactly happened to him. Apparently Asatok set a purple first sector. That, of course, is incorrect because the game likes to lie to us. If you have that on your Storm Commentary Call bingo card, you can please take it off now. We should do bingo cards for TRL, I think that would be quite fun. Anyway, Asatok certainly not on the best run. Hecaron was disconnected, I'm just going to send him an invite now. As we cut back to Asatok, coming through the left, right, left. Activates the DRS as he comes down the back straight. Of course, where Verstappen and Leclerc had their little incident in 2022, and where Verstappen and Hamilton had their little incident back in 2021. Final corner, turn 27, dropping it down from 4th to 2nd. 140 kilometers an hour and rising, getting 100 meters away from the DRS. Activates that, coming up towards the line. Asatok is going to set a 1 minute 31.094 to go 9th. With 9 minutes remaining in the session, it's not a quick time whatsoever. Sam Rose on a lap himself, sets a purple first sector, 32.447. Probably isn't representative, but of course the former champion looking to strike fear into the hearts of those who cross him. The man, the myth, the legend. He's been here since the start. As he heads down the back straight now, 200 meters from the DRS detection line, 50 meters, and he activates the rear slot on his rear wing, hurtling himself down at 320 kilometers an hour. It's a 1 minute 1.247 in the middle sector. Flicks it left, then right, then left again. 200 meters to go until he reaches the next DRS detection point. He activates the rear slot on his rear wing again as he flies down the back straight, reaching 317, now 320 kilometers an hour from 8th gear, dropping it all the way down to 4th, then to 3rd. Out of turn 27, where Verstappen hit the wall in the 2021 Q3 session. Bottas has retired. He thinks he's done enough. I agree with him. Sam Rose to the line, goes 4th, 1 minute 28.835. Oscar, also on a flying run, has got a little bit out of sorts as he heads through the S section. First sector split 31.931. Of course, Oscar 4th in the championship, 3 points behind Magna Sheep. Oscar looking to get himself into title contention. Hecaron is once again disconnected. I'll try and add him back in just a second. Oscar running slightly wide for the right left, and that has compromised him slightly, getting out onto the sausage curb. 100 meters from the DRS, activates the rear slot on his rear wing. 7th gear, will he rise into 8th? Yes he does, coming up towards the middle sector interval. It's a 1 minute dead 440, and it's a lovely run through the quick S's section. DRS activated once more. He has got to be inch perfect now from here until the end of the lap. On the soft compound tyre for Alpine, looking to brighten up his Irish team principal's day. Up towards the line. Is it going to be a representative lap time? Of course it is. He goes first. 1 minute 27.615. And it is a huge lap time. And the multiple time race winner. Six and a half minutes to go in this qualifying session. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, mate, our best lap so far, 1:32.7.
You're back with us, 4 minutes 10 seconds left, riding on board with Excuzu, who is up to 10th now, 1 minute 29.769. In the drop zone at the moment, Dean and Wapping, but of course Dean is on a flying run. I just noticed that he comes up towards the final corner now, he passes turn 27, activates the DRS, he's on the soft compound tyre. He says his qualifying pace isn't really that good anymore, he goes 6th, can't break into the 1 minute 28, 1 minute 29.066. for the Season 1 champion. Jamboy, are you there? I think he might still be
We're
dead.
16th in the speed trap, 300.
In which case we will take you to Twickenham. Currently is England 7, Scotland 10 in the Guinness Six Nations. Of course, England after that heroic win against France 2 weeks ago, looking to get back to winning ways in the Calcutta Cup. Scotland, however, pesky little opponents. They lead by 3 points of half-time approaching. 3 minutes left in Q1. Time to get yourself together. We are going to talk to Oscar, who retired from Q1. Top of the leaderboard. Oscar, are you there? Oscar's not right. We will try and get a word with Bottas then.
Hello.
Bottas, Dean impeded you early on in the session. What did you make of that?
Well, I was improving and he impeded me.
That's it.
Yes.
You happy with Q1 pace? Just about a 10th and a bit off Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about that improving by that when Dean got in the way, so yeah, I think I can compete with Oscar.
Well, thank you very much, Bottas. We'll talk to you after Q2.
Danke.
Right, 2 minutes to go in the session. Can we get a word from Hekaron, who's been struggling with issues?
And there are 2 minutes remaining.
Excuse me, but I just witnessed Dean, I think, impede another driver, or nearly impede another driver.
Oh, well done being a nice little grass. No one likes a grass.
He just got out of the way, he didn't impede.
Yeah, but that was barely, he crashed.
Oscar, incredible pace to go top of the timetable in Q1. How happy are you?
I mean, it's always confidence boost to be leading after Q1, but the grid isn't formed until Q3 for me. So yeah, just sit and watch, and yeah, hope the best to out-qualify everyone.
Well, that is it for Q1, considering the fact that only 2 drivers go out. Magnaship survives by virtue of doing a lap on the intermediate tyres. Going out in Q1 is the glitch-ridden Hekaron and Wapping, who is serving a qualifying ban. So that's Q1 done and dusted with a minute to go. Oscar tops the timetables with 1 minute 27.615. We'll be back for Q2. Right, here's your Q1 order. Oscar leads the way by a tenth of a second from Bottas and a huge second gap to Theo in third position. Mr. Business is fourth for Aston Martin with 1 minute 28.7 exactly. Smoxek, Sam Rose, Dean Westrezi, Chris Rahman and Xfirto round out the top 10. Enzino is 11th, Excuzu 12th, Pizza Amazing 13th, Astok 14th. Magnasheep managed to get through to Q2 on the intermediate tyres. Heckerol and Wapping go out in Q1, but Astok will start at the back of the grid via a 5-place grid penalty. Q2 is live and next. And just a quick reminder, Jamboy will be back as Q2 gets underway. We will now eliminate a lot more drivers to leave just 10 for the final 12-minute shootout. Of course, a 15-minute session this. And a big one. We get a quick word with Magnasheep. I know he's...
We probably won't get... Magnus usually doesn't speak here.
I know that, yeah. He's here now. Magnasheep, good strategy. What's the plan for Q2? Inters again, or?
Going through is optimal apparently. So
I understand.
I'll try that.
14 minutes 40 seconds, and we have movement at the end of the pit lane. I can't see what car is coming out. It is the Alpine off Oscar, who of course topped Q1, looking very, very strong indeed. Could he be on for a famous victory on the streets of Jeddah this Saturday night? 14 minutes to go. If you're just joining us, this is round 8 of 12 of Season 5 of Turbo Racing League. I'm Mr. Storm, joined by Jamboy. Jamboy's currently on a leave of absence at the moment. Hopefully he'll join us in a couple of moments.
Get out there, get a few laps in.
Oscar, we are riding on board with at the moment, topped Q1. Very, very strong so far. Looking to get a pole position and race double, which would certainly put him into the championship fight. Only 3 points behind Magnasheep as it stands.
Hello?
Welcome back, Jamboy.
We're back.
13.5 minutes to go in Q2. Just a quick reminder of what happened in Q1 if you weren't with us or you're just joining us. Oscar topped the timesheets with a 1 minute 27.615. Bottas second for Kickstarter, then a huge second gap from third all the way down to the end of the field. Heckeron and Wapping went out, but Asetok will start at the back of the grid due to a 5-place grid penalty. Oscar is set to get proceedings underway for Q2 in the Alpine. Jamboy, he topped Q1. You impressed?
I'm impressed. I mean, that kid, he's going to be someone someday. I'll tell you that.
Well, take us through his lap then.
Where is he? Right at the bottom.
14th, yeah.
Alright, Oscar, into turn 1 very nicely, over the curves. It's nice and done there. Good acceleration. Get him away from the corner there, into the, well, the S's really. Very close to the wall, very nicely. He's nice and straight through there. Not much over, was it? Oh, he nearly spins it there, but he's fine. Whoa! Manages to hold it. That will lose him a little bit of time through there. He keeps going. Purple sector. Into the left embankment. Round he goes. All the way out to the outside. Actually, not quite. Into the short right hand. We've got a retirement of Demek, who's actually crashed. Anyway. Oscar! Oh my lord!
And just to interrupt, Xfirto has crashed into Smoxek, but considering there's no one near next to them, we don't know what's happened. So Smoxek has apparently crashed, and Xfirto has crashed into him, so both of them will be out. Back to you, Jamboy.
Anyway, Oscar's coming down to the final straight, activates DRS. He's going to be flying down this bit here. Into the final hairpin, here we come. A little bit slow, makes it nicely through, doesn't need to try too hard, and he comes up to the line. DRS activated, almost into the pit lane, and we get a 1:27.914 for the Alpine.
We go top of the timesheets at the moment. Right, we will have other people crossing the line. You would like to think in the next couple of moments. Enzino is about to cross the line to start his lap for Racing Bulls. We're not going to focus on him though. We will focus on the championship leader who has to get in front of Oscar, you would like to think. But he doesn't. 1 minute 28.111, and that was even with all of Oscar's mistakes, John Boy.
Oscar did not have a tidy lap there, but maybe they're just holding it back for Q3. Don't want to risk it too much. You know, a crash could end their day here. So, but keep it nice so far.
Do you think that Bottas will be disappointed? Or is he trying to say something, as you mentioned?
No.
No.
No, fair enough. Understandable.
Nah, he's definitely not.
Coming up to the line next is Dean, who's on an out lap. We'll come to him in just a moment. Who else is also out in a lap? Mr. Business has set a purple middle sector. Well, I would take that with a pinch of salt at the moment, though, unless it does turn out to be a purple lap time. It isn't, though, because he is on quite a slow one. Only on a 1 minute 24 as he approaches the final corner, so this will be dead last for now anyway. Let's ride on board with Dean as he comes down towards turns 1 and 2. He runs slightly wide through 1. Now let's not forget, he did tell me earlier on the McLaren server that his qualifying pace is not as good as it used to be. Nearly clips the inside wall going through turn number 4. That could have been devastating, Jamboy.
Could have been, but he keeps it nice and calm. I'm sure that's what he meant to do.
Dean up towards that first sector split now. First race for McLaren after that dramatic transfer move. 32.680
Okay, guys,
into the
everyone
sweeping
be aware,
left hand
the
with
car's
a
ready
roller
to go.
coaster of a corner. Down from 7th gear all the way to 4th, using all the road, nearly going towards the outside wall. 6th gear, 7th gear, then into 8th. Coming into the fast right left, just about avoids clipping the wall. Gets towards the DRS detection point within 200 meters. He's going to activate that rear slot on his rear wing as he comes up towards the middle split. Doesn't look that fast though. 1 minute 1.343, and he's all out of sorts going through the first half of the fast chicane. Activates the DRS coming down towards the 26th corner of this track. 8th gear, 325 kilometers an hour, and then hard on the brakes towards turn 27. From 8th gear all the way down to 3rd, from 200 and something miles an hour down to something I don't know because I don't use miles an hour, up towards the line. That's 3rd moment, 28.669, 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Jambo, your thoughts on the session?
Pretty good. I don't suppose you've seen Genoa at the minute though on Discord or the tier 1 chat.
I'm going to check that now.
Because it's explaining the crash. So Smodjek, I don't know how you say it, he crashed into the inside wall, I believe, and then the Ferrari or Furto was looking for the McLaren, trying not to hit him, so then he hit the inside wall, and then they both DNF'd.
We'll both be out of Q2, which means that we only have 3 spots left to decide. Who is going to make Q3? Who won't? Currently Astok out on the lap, but he's just started his Magnaship Mr. Business out on installation runs. Theo is right behind his teammates. Good bit of teamwork going on there from Alpine. Samro's also starting the lap. Jambo, take us through the rest of Theo's run.
Theo's run, here we go. Getting right up the arse of his teammate Oscar there, into the left-hander. Doesn't get him too much there, no purple sector, a little bit of oversteer. Manages to keep it nice and tidy, activates the DRS. Coming into the final straight here. Teammate is still behind him, I wouldn't be surprised if they use each other for his lap. Into the final corner here. A little bit wide, keeps it nice and tidy though. Tidy on the outside, 100 meters to the DRS, activates, and up to the line for a decent lap, I believe, for a 1 minute 28.
It's more than a decent lap. It's more than a decent lap. He's a 10th off his teammate to go second. Bottas retires.
Oh, he meant to.
He just retires
Sorry,
in the pit lane. He feels like he's through to Q3, and to be honest, I agree with him. Most of the rest of the field out on flying runs. Astok will be first to come up to the line, I believe, in the Red Bull, of course. Didn't have the most outstanding Q1. But we'll see what he is able to do. Big kick of oversteer, almost mirroring what Verstappen did in Q3 in 2021, except he didn't head into the wall, up towards the line. And it is a very underwhelming lap, 1 minute 30.159. He struggled to get through to Q2. It doesn't look like he's going to make Q3. Next up is, I believe, Pizza Amazing. Oh no, sorry, it's Excuso in the Aston Martin. Through turn 27, 100 meters to the DRS. Activates the rear slot with rear wing to give it a little bit of extra speed up towards the line. It's 7th. a tenth and a half in front of Asatop. But these people who are setting 1 minute 30s, Jamboy, they are in dire straits at the moment.
They are. They need to sort their shit out and get real at the minute because there's a big gap they need to chase.
Westreezy also on a flying run coming through the first couple of corners. Pizza Amazing goes 9 1 minute 30.522. Magna Sheep is on a flying run though after having his last one invalidated. Let's see what he is able to do. Of course, the championship leader and the reigning and defending two-time TRL champion who hasn't had the best season by his standards. But anyway, it doesn't matter. He would love to see his best friend win the title, and he would love to give his team a third successive Constructors' Championship title. Up towards the first sector split, 33.282. That's not quick at all, Jamboy.
It isn't, but you know, maybe he's doing what Emil did, taking it nice and lightly with this bit, and then pushing as hard as they can in Q3.
Magna Sheep's qualifying pace isn't something that he's well known for, though. It is his consistency, and of course, if you remember back to the tireless days, the Season 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, he came back, he was consistent, he won the race, he led the championship, and it all just slipped away. That's 2 years ago, come April. Can you believe that, Jamboy?
2 years. That flies by. That brings me back to Jamboy's prime, really. About 23 or 22.
I was just stepping out into the world of commentary, who knew? Anyway, Magna Sheep into the final corner. Nearly 2 years on from a dramatic win at this very track. It certainly isn't a quick lap time, and he might be in trouble here. He is in trouble. He's in the 1 minute 31s.
He'll have to go
For
again.
information, Magnus is getting his screen through literally every single corner, so he's going like 2 seconds away because of that.
Excuses.
Thank you very much, Bottas. Mr. Business is invalidated his lap time. Sam Rose on and out lap. Of course, Jamboy has very, very interesting feelings about Sam Rose's mother.
Westreezy in 4th. Come on! Who's a good boy?
No, we're not going to start that, Jamboy. No, don't do that.
This game is so shit. I don't have any frame freezes in like many hours of anything, and then randomly when I get in the lobby, I get like 20 in a lap.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Sam Rose to start a qualifying run that should see him through to Q3. 3.5 minutes left in the session. Take us through it, Mr. Jamboy.
I'm gonna go for the wide shot here on this particular lap. Sam Rose though, Oscar has retired in the pit lane. He's a good boy. Into the left-hander here, nice and close up to the wall. A little bit wide through this bit. Can't quite get it back into the centre of the track, but he keeps it nice and tidy through the S's, over the curb a little bit, little break. Oh, and that's not going to do much for his lap. Little spin there, manages to save it. Going to come down 32.861 in the first sector. Won't be brilliant for him. Into the long left-hander he goes for on and on and on. A little bit of oversteer coming out. Now, this gradual right-hand corner into a left-hander, straight into a right-hander. Hook the curb. All the track he can use there, almost grazing the wall. Into the straight. Well, I say a straight, it's more of a slippery snake. Anyway, into the left-hander, 101.677 for the second sector. Activates the DRS now on the gradual left-hander, but it's straight really. Using all the overtake he can. Well, actually not much. Anyway, left-hander, little bit of locking up, gets it through nice and tidy. 100 meters to the DRS, and he will complete his lap pretty decent. 129.262.
It could see him, well, to be fair, he does have about a second of a buffer to the drop zone. But a decent enough lap from Sam Rose. Mr. Business goes into 5th. He's got himself through to Q3 for Aston Martin. Both Aston Martins going through as it stands, but of course, Excusio, Asatok, and Pizza Amazing all in trouble. Sam Rose thinks he's done enough. Let's talk to Oscar, who tops the session with 1 minute 27.914. Oscar, great lap time. 2 out of 2 in qualifying, top of the timesheets.
No, not a great lap. I did that lap on Scrub Says. Unfortunately, I validated my new tire run once I was out. Quite unfortunate, but okay.
Ooh.
Well, you are top regardless, so I must say you should be happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm at the top, but still, I know where I can improve.
How much pace can you find for Q3 compared to the Q1 lap?
I don't know, we'll see. Sometimes I can find much more, sometimes I can find less. I don't know, we'll see.
And your teammate Theo in second, are you happy of what Alpine have done so far this weekend?
Of course, we're happy. Team is doing a very good job. Yeah, very happy to have Theo as my teammate. We know how to work together very well. And for me, what I'm happy is that Magnus is out of Q2.
That's correct. Magnus Sheep, of course, with a lot of screen freezes. Pizza Amazing will be the first out of the drivers who were in deep, deep trouble to try and get himself into Q3 in the Haas. Let's see whether he will be able to do so, heading through turns 1 and 2, slightly wide at 1, and a big kick of oversteer coming out of turns number 2 through 3, and then up to 4. Mr. Business is retired. Of course, we mentioned that he's already safe, but it hasn't been a good start to that for Pizza Amazing whatsoever. Heading through the S's section, of course, one mistake at any corner here will definitively end your lap, or at least ruin it. Pizza Amazing, all out of sorts. It doesn't look like he's going to be making it through to Q3, but he is only 84 thousandths of a second down in his personal best, Jamboy.
About a tenth down on his time. Little bit shabby. I don't think he'll be making it through into Q3 here, but well, you never know. Anything happens in the race.
Excuzu, interestingly enough, 3.5 tenths up on his personal best. He is, of course, on the bubble. He is the driver at risk at the moment. And, of course, it is only these three who are out on a flying run. Asatov towards the middle sector split now. Here he comes, activates the DRS, 8th gear, 310 kilometers an hour. What is he going to be able to do? He's a tenth and a bit up. Excuzu also sets a purple sector, but we will ignore those. Coming up towards the line now is Enzino. Of course, he's actually, he didn't make it to the line. Excuzu, 7 tenths up and looks like he's safe. Asatok also improving. Pizza Amazing will be first to the line though for Haas. Can he do anything to improve his lap time? He does by 3 tenths per second, but it isn't enough. Here comes Excuzu, goes 7th. Asatok to knock Enzino out, he can't. And we have our Q3 lineup, Jamboy. A great session.
Very great session there. On the edge of my seat, Magnus has rage quit. He CBAs anymore. But anyway, what a great lineup that is.
Here's your Q2 then. Oscar tops 2 successive qualifying sessions this evening. From his teammate Theo in second for Alpine. The championship leader Bottas is third. Westreezy, Mr. Business and Dean getting through without much of a scrape. Excuzu went up to 7th and 10th for Aston Martin there in the last seconds. Chris Rahman 8th with Sam Rosen and Zeno surviving. Asatok, Pizza Amazing, Magnus Sheep all go out. Smoksek and Exfirto were involved in a crash at the start of the session. The last qualifying session of the evening, Q3, is next. Welcome back to Jeddah. I'm Mr. Storm, joined by Jamboy. 12 minutes to decide who's going to grab pole position. Your thoughts on who's going to take it, my friend?
Well, at the start, I backed Westreezy. I'm going to... Theo.
Uba Hashong, as you said once. First out on track, just as he was in Q2, is going to be Oscar. Top Q1 and Q2. It's been a good session for him, regardless of any mistakes that he made in his laps.
4 seconds back to Verstappen, race leader.
Jamboy, is he on for the 3-peat in qualifying? Is he on for pole position?
He could be. I think, really, it's up to him and his teammate to bring home pole. Maybe 1 or 2 more people, but I think he's got it in him. But I'm still backing Theo.
Trying to get a bit of news that I wouldn't leak about like strategy or information from any of the teams. I can't find anything from Red Bull, not from McLaren, so we will save that until maybe a later date this afternoon. In the T1 chat, nothing happening either. It's a boring sort of a weekend, you know the feeling. But thank you very much, the 11 people currently listening to us, and whoever are watching on Twitch. Who is watching on Twitch, Jamboy? How many people?
Let's have a look. Let me load up Twitch on my phone. Right. 12 at the minute. Come on.
Lovely stuff. Magnusheep is back. Hopefully his screen freezing and screen tearing issues will be resolved by the time the race starts. We will not be restarting the session to accommodate a driver, just to let everyone know the race will start as soon as this qualifying session ends. And here comes Oscar looking to string together 3 successive P1s in qualifying this evening as he heads down towards turns number 1 and 2, flicks it left, then flicks it right in third gear for both corners, getting on the curb, riding the curb at turn 2 as he heads through 3 and then up towards the twisty section of 4, all the way down to turn 11, 5th gear. As he turns left 2 times, he's got to keep it together. This is of course where he made mistakes in his Q2 run. He's got here about major and small slide coming out of the final part of that section, first sector split. 31.805, which is of course a purple sector, flicking it left for the carousel corner, 4th gear, rising to 5th, over 200 kilometers an hour. It is a mystical bond between man and machine that Oscar has with this Alpine as he flicks it right, then flicks it left as he heads down the back straight. Jamboy, what do you think is going through his head at the moment?
What he's having for dinner, I reckon.
Fair enough, as he comes up towards the middle sector split. It's a 1 minute point 189. We're nearly into the 59s there. Oscar flinging his car, and the car will obey him. It is absolutely magical to see what he can do when he is on fantastic form. His qualifying form, as we know, is one of the strongest parts about his racecraft. Small lock up through turn 27, runs slightly wide because of it, but it has been a brilliant lap to open up the proceedings within Q3. Will he make it into the 1 minute 27s? He does. 1 minute 27.331. What a lap!
That is a great lap. He has set that time. Everyone's going to look at that and be like, wow, I wish I was his daddy.
Next up is Mr. Business, who of course got through to Q2 with a decent run. He pits. Then it is Bottas who's coming up to the line. Could Bottas upset the odds? He's 5/10 off. That's interesting. Theo now to the line was second in Q2, of course, had the aid of his teammate to help him slipstream. He might not get that in this session, and because of it, is a way off, 1 minute 28.552. Next up is Enzino for Racing Bulls. He goes fourth, 1 minute 28.915, and I forgot to mention the Dean set a lap time, 1 minute 28.9, as Sam Rose goes fourth, 1 minute 28.8. Interesting scenes from the former champion Jamboy.
Indeed, he's not on his normal racing status here. Maybe Saudi is not a great track for him. Not a great track for me, but you know, there's not many of them for me.
Fair enough. Of course, Jamboy, if you could tell us all about the generational run you had at the end of season 2 of Tireless, that would be interesting. But wait until Chris Rahman crosses the line. It's certainly not the quickest lap, but it puts him fourth, 1 minute 28.735, displacing Sam Rose. Over to you, Jamboy, about that miraculous instance.
Well, let me tell you, all you children, about Prime Jamboy. He had 6 races towards the end of Tier 2 season something. Won 5 of them, brought home the constructors for Mercedes, and was only about 10 points off the drivers. So when you think about that later, just think he's that guy.
Yeah, what was that, Oscar?
That was in season 2 of Tireless when
That's it.
That's right. That's
Season 2 Tireless.
2 years ago. Would you believe that?
Wow. Brings a tear to everyone's eye, really, doesn't it?
And if anyone wants to know what I write about off the track, you can subscribe to my Substack. I released my first article last Monday. We should have a couple of ones coming out this week.
What the hell is Substack?
It's where you like write things and you like publish them for like people to read about. It's pretty cool.
Oh, here we go. What's your name on it?
Hold on, I'll send you the link. I enjoyed it.
Never floats your boat, I suppose. We're all into different things.
I know, right? Yeah.
In and out of the bedroom.
Well, we'll keep it PG for now, I suppose. But I suppose that isn't the best quality of the stream, considering some things you said in the past.
Wow. I did say something about Sam Rose's mum, but
Actually, yeah.
I was a boy then,
You were.
and I still am. So who knows what will happen later.
Fair enough. Do you mean that in a literal sense?
Hey, take it how you want to.
I just noticed as we were talking about Sam Rose's one of his parental figures. Bottas is on a flying run, and he's 3/10 up in the middle sector, which is apparently a purple one, as he goes into 8th gear, 310 kilometers an hour through turn 26 and then down in towards turn 27. He needs to find 5/10 as he clips the inside wall, which might just lose him a bit of time as he comes up towards the line, and he pits.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
It is. Well, it was quite a slow lap, to be fair.
He was 3/10 up, it wasn't slow at
Oh,
all.
was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw at the end. It said 1 minute 47 on the top right. I don't know why.
Just a quick goal update to mention at Villa Park. Of course, Aston Villa got a decent draw in the Champions League yesterday. They will be playing Club Brugge. They are a 0-0 down against Chelsea thanks to an Enzo Fernandez goal in the 9th minute. Half an hour played in that one. Pedro Neto with the assist there, and it has been a domination proceedings for Chelsea so far today.
Yes, come on.
And of course, if you weren't here before we started the stream, of course, Arsenal did lose to West Ham today, and if Liverpool win tomorrow, we're 11 points clear. At the top of the Premier League, West Streezy will be the first of the drivers to start final runs. You'd like to think with 4 minutes left in the session. A couple of drivers exiting the pit lane now on the installation lap to take us through it, Jamboy.
West Streezy, you're the man tonight, alright? Into 8th gear as we cross the line. 200 miles an hour into turn 1. Braking about 175 metres there. Nice over the curve, over the second curve as well. Right up against the wall. Hey. Anyway, into the left-hander. Oh, ever so close to the wall. Just how he wants it. Left-hander through the snaky SE section. Onto the curve. Keeps it nice. Not much brake in there. Nice and tidy. For a 31.938. Pretty decent. Left-hander embankment, Zandvoort-esque this corner as I like to see it. Keep it all the way left, now into the slow right, into a slow left, into a quick right. Here we go, gets all over the curb just how he wants to, using all the track he must. Now we're coming down the straight. It's really not straight. Anyway, right, left, and right again under the crypto.com sign, which is definitely not a scam. Purple sector apparently. Over the curves very, very nicely. Activates DRS POW. Keeps it left. Under Qatar Airways. Free sponsorship. Anyway. Under the sign. Into the final corner. Nice and tight against the wall. Oh, that was nearly made me orgasm. Right. Up to the line. DRS activated. Not tight against the pit wall. He comes across the line for a 1:27.997.
That's a brilliant lap. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I would keep the mentioning about crypto companies down to a minimum. TRL does not endorse any crypto companies. I do not advise any of our members to purchase in cryptocurrency whatsoever. Right, 2 minutes 12 seconds left in the session. We've got a couple of people out on flying runs. Sam Rose on an installation lap. Chris Rahman was the first out of the group after West Streezy to get going. He's invalidated his lap time. Next up is, I believe, if I can just... Zeno, yeah, and Zeno's not improving as well. Mr. Business on his first flying run activates the DRS going into 7th gear, then into 8th. Bottas and Oscar will be out on track for the final showdown, and Bottas will be last out of anyone. He will have the groopiest track possible. He will have the track position, and he will be looking to steal pole position. Mr. Business coming down for the final couple of corners. There is a slow racing Bulls. He negotiates that no problem though, as he was in plenty of space. Just a score update at Twickenham, England 7, Scotland 10. It looks like Mr. Business is backed out of his lap, interestingly enough. So, we will cut to Oscar then, as he looks to solidify pole position. 1 minute 13 seconds left in this session. 1 minute 27.331 was his initial run in Q3. Looking very nice indeed through the S section as he flings the car from left to right, then right to left. Of course, he made mistakes here in Q2, and he is keeping that car glued to the track. It's a better run through there than it was in his first run, but crucially, he is 63 thousandths of a second up in the first sector as he flicks it left through the carousel, using all the road on the left-hand side, nearly going out to that wall, nearly giving it a little bit of a smooch. Up towards the right, left fast chicane, 7th gear, dropping it down to 5th, nearly touching the inside wall, using all the curve, does touch the outside wall coming out of that section, though that might lose him a little bit of time. Activates the DRS now as he goes from 7th into 8th gear, 310 to 320 kilometers an hour. Is he improving? He's 89 thousandths of a second up. Let's not forget that Bottas is also in an outlap as his championship rival and qualifying rival for this race comes hurtling down towards him. Bottas will be going in just a second with 10 seconds left in the session here. 9, 8, 7 and the countdown continues. Oscar coming up towards the line. He won't get a second run, so this is it, the definitive last chance saloon for him to improve his lap time. Will it be enough for the man in the Alpine? It is! By nearly 2/10 of a second. The ball now in Bottas' court. Westrizi 42 thousandths of a second down. Theo is not improving, he's invalidated his lap. Sam Rose coming up towards the middle sector split now, 3/10 of a second up. Enzino not improving. Dean on a flying run. Excuso on his first run, but we will ride with Sam Rose. Bottas has spun! Bottas has spun! And qualifying's done. Sam Rose to the final corner, 7th as it stands. He's on a decent run though. A good final sector could see him potentially up onto the second row here. Can Sam Rose do that? No, it's the top of the third row though, in 5th position for him. Theo backs out of his run. Dean is 1/10 up in the first sector. As I said all evening, he's been complaining about its qualifying pace. He isn't going to challenge Oscar for pole because we know he's got pole. Dean 5/10 up in the middle sector, flings it left then right then left again. Activates the DRS, gets 20 meters away from it and now flies down the back straight. Will he be able to upset the odds, maybe even displace Sam Rose to get onto the third row, which would be huge for, of course, his championship challenge. Let's not forget he's 16 points behind Bottas at this stage. Final corner done and negotiated with to the line. What is it going to be for the former world champion? It is P4. What a great lap from Dean. And that ends qualifying.
What a qualifying session. That turned me on.
Here's your Q3 order then. Oscar gets pole position by a mammoth 6/10 of a second from Bottas, who of course did throw it away though on his final run. Westrizi in third, Jamboy's pick to win the race. Dean gets up to 4th from last in his final run. Mr. Business and Sam Rose are on row 3. Theo and Chris Rahm in row 4. Excuso and Enzino round out the top 10. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is live and uninterrupted, and of course it is next.
Yeah, man.
Battery 80%.
Welcome back and good evening. If you are just joining us, you've joined us in the perfect time possible. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to get underway. 25 laps around the Jeddah Corniche Circus. I'm Mr. Storm, joined in the commentary box by Jamboy, and we just experienced a brilliant hour of qualifying. Jamboy, your thoughts on it?
My thoughts, solid 7.943 out of 10. I think it was a great qualifying session, but if my man for the race got on pole, would have been a 10.
Well, we will find out what is going to happen within the next 45 minutes or so. Of course, this track, infamous for causing safety cars in TRL. You can look no further to the race 2 years ago in Tireless Racing League when Magnus Sheep came from nowhere to win the race. Nearly got the championship that season. But those memories were banished, those demons were conquered last year when he won Season 3, he defended the title in Season 4. He did not make Q3 today though. We'll just run through the grid. From 11th down, Pizza Amazing in 11th, Magnus Sheep in 12th, Smoksek is 13th, with Xfirto 14th, Hecaron, Asatok and Wapping rounding out the grid. It's set to be a great race, isn't it, Jamboy?
Yeah, I'm sure it will be a great race. I'm excited. You're excited. Sam Rose's mum is excited. Let's do this.
Score update from Twickenham. Marcus Smith has just scored a penalty for England to draw the match level at 10-10. Any more score updates in that match, we will have them to you before full time in that one with about 25 minutes left. Formation lap to get underway. Just a quick reminder to the drivers, you can drive in whatever order you like during it as long as you do not cause a collision. Let's see what compounds the grid are starting on then. Starting with the pole sitter Oscar. And I don't think you need to see the picture. Well, you can see the picture. We don't need to tell you the picture because most of the grid is on the mediums, save for Bottas, Magnus Sheep and Wapping. So the 2 kick-sours going on the softs. That's a risky strategy, Jambo.
It is a risky strategy. I'm not surprised Magnus has done it though. Get a little bit of jump off the start. Hopefully push up the field. Maybe it can work. You never know. Early safety car can easily get onto the mediums or the hards.
We'll see what happens. Of course, 25 laps to negotiate around the Corniche. Hosted its first F1 race back in 2021. Lewis Hamilton won that race to tie the championship level. 369.5 points. Of course, Max Verstappen went on to win the championship that season.
What do you mean? That was Lewis Hamilton's 8th.
Well, if you actually take a look at the official records, you'll see that Max Verstappen won the championship. But I'm not going to dispute that argument any longer than I have to. I did that quite enough back in 2022, and PTSD for any F1 fans, and truly the start of the downfall of this sport. Cancerous fan base. Anyway, we'll not talk about that. We'll talk about TRL.
What happens in the past stays in the past.
Exactly what happens in your life, Jack. Days in your life.
I'm sure. Wow. I don't know about that, but yeah.
How is Suella Braverman, Jamboy?
Don't get me started. She's tweeting all sorts of things now. She was all about the bloody Italian-Turkish border. When there isn't a fucking border.
Anyway, first driver's pulling up. Bottas has quite a large gap. He actually heads the grid. His teammates right at the back of it. Of course, many strategy issues can be played out and resolved, of course, being in any order you like on the formation lap. Westrizi in third for Racing Bulls. He's lined up as well. The grid will slowly formulate now, the remaining 15 drivers to take their spots on starting grid. Are you ready, Jamboy?
Extra ready.
Are the people listening and watching ready? Because we are ready to go racing in Saudi Arabia for what should be a classic. The pole man lines up. It will be Magnesheep and the McLaren of Smoksek who will go into their grid spots last. But for the first time in a couple of months, at least I am ready to commentate a TRL race. Thank you very much for being with us this evening, whether you're listening or whether you're watching on Twitch. We are ready to go. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, we go to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. Oscar leads us from pole. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is underway. It's a great launch from Bottas, who looks like he's going to drag past Oscar coming down into turn 1. The pole goes defensive as the two collide going into turn 1, but both survive. Oscar gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, trying to skittle across the corner to try and keep his pole position, but he can't, as Bottas leads the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Not much chaos going through the rest of the field. Enzino has lost a bit of ground, but so far Bottas leads from Oscar in second, Westrizi third, Dean fourth, Sam Rose fifth, Mr. Business, Theo, Chris Rahm and Magnesheep and Excusi rounding out the top 10. Oscar trying to go around the outside of Bottas, and he gets it into the lead of the race. Bottas didn't give him a hard time there. Westrizi and Dean go racing each other. They make contact. Sam Rose will try and go. Big slide! Westrizi spins out, but he hasn't collected anyone because he's ghosted. And that is very, very fortunate for the entire field. And Jamboy is heartbroken, but Oscar and Bottas go racing wheel to wheel for the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Dean is in third for McLaren. Of course, he's 16 points behind Bottas for the lead of the championship. He will need a big race today to try and stay within championship contention. Mr. Business fourth, Sam Rose in fifth. Sam Rose has a toe on Mr. Business in the Aston Martin. Let's not forget that. Magnesheep drives up to sixth. It looks like his screen tearing problems have gone as Theo goes past him to get back into sixth position.
Sam Rose is missing an end plate.
Is he? I'm just going to check that when we get to a more viable camera angle. Let's find out. Yes, he is.
I think it was Westrizi he collided with just before he ghosted.
I would think that would be the case as Bottas goes past Oscar to take the lead of the race. Of course, DRS enabled after the first lap here in this Grand Prix. The Magnesheep 7th, his screen tearing and screen cutting issues resolved now. He's had a great start. He is into the points paying positions, but Bottas leads the race from Oscar in second, Dean in third, Mr. Business followed by Sam Rose, and then there is a trolley train throughout the rest of the field. Great start to the race, Jamboy.
Very great start.
Sam Rose goes loose on the curb. Dean also cuts the corner, and Oscar loses time as well, so everyone making mistakes here. As Hector picks up a penalty, and so does Pizza Amazing. What is going on?
This is an insane race. What happens in Saudi is brilliant. This is what it is. This is what we live for in this sport.
Riyadh season in boxing, TRL season in F1. What a brilliant start to the race as Bottas has got a second lead over his championship rival. Of course, Oscar would rise to 3rd in the World Championship race if he finished in 2nd place in this Grand Prix. Dean in 3rd as he remains. Mr. Business 4th with Sam Rose behind him in 5th. Not much change throughout those top 10 positions, but a lot of mistakes being made for the drivers. Is it a case of early race nerves, do you think, Jamboy?
It is a case that we've got Theo, got a run on Sam Rose here, goes on the right hand side of him. Can he get ahead? Yes, he can before the final corner. Great move.
And he will have DRS, let's not forget that. But even with DRS, Sam Rose struggled to keep him behind. So we'll see what his race will develop from here. Bottas sets the fast lap. That's not surprising considering he is one of 3 drivers in the soft compound tyre. Sam Rose under pressure from Magnussen trying to go around the outside of his rival. Oh, they make contact! Sam Rose doesn't spin out, but he will be angry at that as Magnussen punts him out of the way to get into 6th position.
That is, I don't know whose fault is that. It could go either way, to be honest. Only the stewards can tell us.
Well, we'll see if Sam Rose does decide to report Magnussen, but whether Magnussen will own up to his own mistakes. 3rd lap out of 25 in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Magnussen with a huge kick of oversteer as Mr. Business falls victim to the jet at track limits. Picks up a 3-second time penalty, as does Enzino.
We are on lap 3 here, and we've already got 3 seconds. This is going to be a time-consuming race here.
Very punishing track in it.
Come on. Oh! Magnussen nearly lost it. Sam Rose is onto him.
But we ride on board with Theo, who's trying to get past Mr. Business. Sam Rose does get the move done on Magnussen to regain 6th spot. Chris Rahman dives up the inside of Magnussen. They go side by side. They make contact. Magnussen nearly goes into the wall, and that could have been devastating for both of their races. Nearly going 3 wide down into turn 25, 26. As Excusu gets an incredible run to go through to 7th.
What a move by Excusu. There's about 7 or 8 cars in this little pack here. Anyone can beat anyone here.
Anything can happen, and that's the best part about this track. What a brilliant start to the race. Let's not forget, Oscar has got the qualifying pace, Oscar has got the race pace, but he has picked up a 3-second time penalty because of what happened on the opening lap. Bottas did have a 1-second lead now, that's been closed down to 2/10. What do you think is running through Oscar's head at the moment as Bottas has a huge moment, Jamboy?
Very big moment, that's not going to help him. He was about 1.5 seconds up, only a lap or 2 ago, and he's dropped down to 2/10.
Maybe the pressure is building. Yellow flag. Asetok has spun into the wall. Going through turns number 4 and 5, he's lost a bit of his front wing. Maybe that'll bring out a virtual safety car. A lot of damage done to his front wing there, but we cut back to the battle at the front. Dean is still sticking with the front too. So if anything happens between Bottas and Oscar, it could open the door for Mr. Business and Dean. And Mr. Business 5 past his former Aston Martin teammate.
Mr. Business. He means business.
Doing the business.
Hey.
Here comes Oscar. Can he get into the lead? Coming into the left, right, left. He waits. He's ready to pounce, but he won't go yet. He's like a hungry mouse, as Jambo once alluded to in the British Grand Prix back in Season 2. Oscar will have to go all the way around the outside. Let's not forget Mr. Business has the toe on Bottas. Bottas could lose 2 places in the space of 1 straight. Mr. Business backs out, doesn't go for the move. But it is a hectic 5-way fight for the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Oscar from Emil, from Business, from Dean, from Theo, and the places are about to change again, you'd like to think.
You would like to think, but you never know.
Oh my goodness me, what a move from the former world champion! He goes from 4th to 2nd, threading the needle between both Bottas and Mr. Business, and that is surely a candidate for overtake of the season. What a brilliant overtake!
Dean Con is the man. Emil doesn't know what to do with himself anymore. He's dropped down 2 positions in about 2 corners.
And this is of course huge for the World Championship race. Dean will be closing the gap to 13 points as it stands from Bottas after being 16 down at the start of the weekend. His qualifying pace, as we've alluded to several times tonight, take a shot every time you hear his qualifying pace isn't good, but he is back and he is raring to go and trying to win this race. 6/10 the gap to Oscar, who leads the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Alpine.
This is going to be a great race. Westrisi has only just caught up to Peter Amazing. His race potentially done and dusted for tonight.
Let's see who might be under pressure. Oscar's pulled out a little bit of a gap, but he's still within DRS. Dean nearly clips the wall, which will allow Bottas to get very close to his championship rivals. They head. Yeah, Mr. Business sees his way up the inside. Can Mr. Business almost do a replica maneuver? Bottas is still there on the outside though. Both men depleting their battery charges as Bottas nearly gets out of shape. Just amounts to holding it together for the final corner. It's an unpredictable start to this race as he once again is under pressure from Mr. Business, who goes to the inside, gets the move done. What can Theo do? Of course, he can't do anything. Holds back from making a move into turn 1.
England, Scotland, 10-10. The referee's gone to VAR. Not sure what for, but he has. Yeah, same thing. Anyway, I don't really know what I'm looking at. Anyway, back to the race.
Yeah, we'll have live updates of England v Scotland, which is live on ITV1 at the moment. As the points happen, but back to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, still no breakups in this race via virtual safety cars or safety cars themselves. It's been a very, very fun start.
It's been a great start. I'm loving it. Bit of tyre smoke from Mr. Business there. It's been a great race.
It's a coincidence though, Jamboy, that whenever we are partnered up in the commentary box, we get great races.
Hey, I'm the main show here still.
Is Dean remaining within DRS? I think he just about got detection zone. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Chris Romney picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oscar, of course, has to pull out a 3-second lead if he wants to keep the lead of this race on track. Not on track, sorry. After the race finishes. He didn't have the best run through the left, right, left though, but Dean is closing 7/10 the gap and 6/10 dropping down. Mr. Business in third, Bottas fourth, as Theo is now in his tail. Can Oscar's teammate go up the inside of the championship leader? He sees his moment. Can he take it? He makes contact slightly there with Bottas, but he gets the move done.
Great race. Magnus Sheep, I really think he's got to pit next lap. He's losing time. This can't keep going on.
Let's not forget he does have DRS on Sam Rose, and he does have DRS on Exclusive. Sam Rose dives up the inside, Sam Rose gets the move done. That's a veteran's move there. He knows what he's doing. One of the best drivers when it comes to racecraft in the league. We have a yellow flag for some unbeknownst reason. I think something happened to Smotchek. While we were gone away from that battle royal, Oscar leads the race by 6/10 of a second from Dean in second, Mr. Business third, Theo fourth, Bottas in fifth position and dropping back from this battle, but he's got a huge 4th-second lead to Sam Rose, followed by Excusu, Magnus Hecaron and Wapping. There is a huge trolley train between first and fifth, and then a huge trolley train then between 6th and 13th. You want to be at the front, Jamboy, but where would you like to be, like, focusing? That's what we're going to get for you if you're a TV director. Mr. Business! Mr. Business has had a moment. I think he reset the track, which will be a disqualification. Throwing completely gone. Yeah, the right side's completely gone, yeah.
Wallahi, he is cooked.
I think Mr. Business reset the track because he was parked in the middle of it. So
I didn't see.
No, I didn't see either, but I think I just saw him parked in the middle of the track, maybe after resetting. We'll have to find out whether he reset or not. If he does, qualification. But the field opening up now. Dean has a second buffer to Theo. Theo has a second buffer to Bottas, who pits.
Oh, England are like 5 metres from the try line.
I know, yeah, but the strategy for Kick Sauber has backfired. Magnus Sheep stays out, but Bottas pits.
I think he's done the right decision there, Magnus Sheep. I think leave him on for any more laps. He'll be at the bottom soon.
Very quick stop though from Kick Sauber as Bottas goes on to the medium yellow wall compound. He will be down in around 13th position. I would suggest he's going to be racing in Zeno. He gets out in 12th, so Bottas outside of the points as it stands. As it stands, Dean leads the championship by 2 points.
He does. Sam Rose is, I think, broken away from the pack behind him just a little bit.
Well, he's got 5 seconds. Yeah.
He's got 5 seconds ahead of him. I'm sure he can do it. But even though, he's still missing an end plate. Imagine what he was doing if he had that end plate.
Rose hasn't won a race in a long time, ever since the Monaco Grand Prix back in season 3 for Williams. Returned to Mercedes after a love-hate relationship with them back in the tireless era. Sean obviously not conquering the world of TRL as he used to. Mercedes relegated to race winner fighters, but certainly not championship fighters.
IRL.
Oscar's now pulled out a second lead on Dean, but Dean will crucially have DRS as he comes down the front straight. What must Oscar do to try and get away from the Season 1 champion?
Drive a bit quicker, I suppose.
England lead by 13 points to 10 at Twickenham. It's another penalty. And it looks like the Calcutta Cup is heading the way of England as it stands.
He's coming out.
Wapping goes past Magnusheep, everyone jostling for position. Magnusheep stayed out as Xfirto and Chris Rahman go side by side through the first couple of corners. They don't make contact, which is great racecraft from the two of them as Xfirto stays in 9th position. Wapping and Magnusheep, the only two drivers left in the soft compound tyre after the first 9 laps of this race. Still no safety car, Jamboy. Do you find that a bit surprising?
I'm surprised because I really thought Hecron would have crashed by now. But he's still going. I think we've got 2 in this race though.
The Mercedes 5th and 6th, and Sam Rose has closed up quite a bit to Excuzu. He actually lost a place to Excuzu, which I didn't see on the last lap, whenever that did happen. So Sam Rose back down to 5th, and obviously not making up any ground whatsoever to Theo, to Dean and to Oscar, but Excuzu does run wide, allowing the Season 1 champion of Tireless Racing League to try and get the move done. 50 moves away from the DRS, opens up that rear slot and that rear wing. This is a very, very risky move to pull off. Can he get it done? No, he backs out. Very smart.
Smart move.
Oh, Excuzu in the wall! But isn't out of the race. And that might be very lucky due to the reduced rate of damage.
Oh, he's got nothing on his front wing, sorry. He's a lucky good boy.
Hecron goes right around the outside, gets the move done. Wapping also has a chance to go right around the outside. Hecron locks the rears and Excuzu gets the move done again. But he is under serious pressure. Yellow flag. Chris Rahman has had some sort of an incident at turn 27 as Sam Rose pits and Magnusheep.
Oh, they've hit the wall!
Who in the wall?
I think it was the Aston Martin. I can't tell. Someone's end plate flew off.
And he got a 3-second time penalty straight after it. So Sam Rose pits, which is interesting considering he started on the mediums. And Excuzu in the wall! Excuzu ain't out of the race though. Safety car deployed.
Safety car. Oh.
And Sam Rose and Magnusheep have pit at the worst time possible.
Oh no.
This race is neutralised.
That is so unlucky for anyone
What happened
who's pitted,
to
really.
Excuzu because he was going so well, and in the space of around a minute, he just loses the car so many times. Now loses his entire front wing, brings a safety car out, and his race isn't over, but it's certainly damaged, Jamboy.
I can't see anything on his car apart from the front wing. I would have thought he got some body damage, which would have put him a bit loose. But I can't see anything on the car, but maybe tensions were high and he just decided to kill himself. But this is a perfect time to pit for Wapping, though. 9-lap-old softs coming to the pits, either for the hards or the mediums here. This has done it wonders.
Wapping played that really well because let's not forget both of the kicks out of his pit very early on. And of course most of the field go into the pit lane now, so if you haven't pit before this point, you're in very good condition. Oscar, of course, will be first to pit. Dean will reach his box, however, before Oscar does, due to the location of where he is. Both Alpines will double stack. Dean isn't held up, but Theo will be held up slightly, but not for long. Alpine play that perfectly.
They have done well there, and that is some good stuff.
England lead by 6 points at Twickenham. It's another penalty. This time converted by Finn Smith, who won the match against France 2 weeks ago, and England lead by 16 points to 10.
Oh, I've just got the penalty here. I've got a bit of a delay on my screen. He's got it from the halfway line. This England team, they are going somewhere.
France play Italy tomorrow, so it would put England second in the Six Nations table after, of course, Ireland beat Wales earlier on today.
Let's be real, Ireland are actually washed.
They've won all 3 matches and they've won the Triple Crown.
I could be off. You should have seen me in my prime rugby days, honestly. I was insane.
11 laps down. Oh, not 11. Yeah, 11 laps down. 13 to go after we've done this one in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Nearly halfway. This has been a fantastic race though so far, John.
It has. I'm gonna chuck you a trick question here.
Yeah, go on.
Summarise let's say we're at the halfway stage here. Summarise the first half in 3 to 4 words.
Okay, let me see. Dramatic, entertaining, brilliant, controversial. We'll go with those 4 words.
I quite like that. I support them.
10 minutes left at Twickenham. nearly at the halfway stage of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. How many people are watching us, Jamboy?
Let's bring up the iPhone 16. If it opens, there we go. Twitch. 10 viewers so far.
And 11 listening to us in the Discord voice chat. Good evening to you all. Your support is never taken for granted. We head on to lap 12 and nearly at the half stage of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back whenever the safety car comes in.
Come on.
You're back with us halfway through the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's get a word in with a couple of our drivers, starting with the man that leads the race, in Oscar.
Hello.
Oscar, interesting start to the race, of course. You did get a 3-second time penalty for skidding across turn 2 at the beginning of the Grand Prix. But it's been quite a good showing from you so far. Would you say that yourself?
Yeah. I just tried to not focus because safety car will be in this lap, but however, I hope that the FI will remove it because it is quite ridiculous to receive 3 seconds for something which I couldn't avoid. But I hope that they won't give Emil penalty because later on he gave me the position back. So yeah, I'll hope that they'll not give Emil penalty, but mine needs to be removed. But safety cars in this lap, so let me focus. See ya.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Right. So, Jamboy, halfway stage of the race, Oscar to control the restart. It's been a good one so far.
It has been a good one. This is a great race to come back to.
100%.
And remember, we're only halfway through. What can happen next?
50% done of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Act 1 done with a bang, and Oscar gets us going. Dean slightly caught napping. Excuse 10-second penalty for colliding with Magnaship under safety car, but Oscar gets the race going again, and it's a perfect restart from the pole, who is of course looking to ignite himself into this season's championship fight. Dean is in second. He leads the World Championship as it stands, as the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix goes from safety car conditions to racing conditions. We are back underway. Not much position jostling as Bottas gets back into the point scoring positions. He gets past Chris Rahman to get into 10th position. He needs a big second half of the race, doesn't he, Jamboy?
He does need a big second half of the race.
Theo out of the race, virtual safety car. Theo out of the race, virtual safety car, and he is in the wall. And I'm not sure how that's happened, but it is our first retirement of the race.
That is he must have hit the inside wall and then gone straight on, I would have thought.
Yeah.
But that's put a little pause to everyone's race.
Just a slender one. Of course, it's only virtual safety.
Indeed.
So all the work that Oscar did doesn't go out the window in any way, shape or form.
I wonder if we could get
keep racing.
Theo in there, have a chat to him, see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously Theo did so well in qualifying, and his race now ruined by the pesky inside wall or whatever happened. We'll try to get information on that, but we are back to racing conditions. Dean is right on the outside of Oscar. Dean played that like a fiddle. Unbelievable restart from the former champion, who looks to take the lead of this race.
He's going to try with all his might. Oscar, though, he's a tough cookie to get past.
Dean's going to have to go all the way around the outside, coming up towards turn 27. Can he get the move done? Oscar stays in front. Dean is going to go for the switchback. Makes contact, nearly spins out, but he survives.
I think he's got DRS, which will hopefully pull him on a little bit more.
He'll have DRS now at the start of this next lap, lap 14 of 25, but the race is blown wide open again. Oscar, I don't think he was caught napping. Potentially he was speeding under VSC. And Dean just played the restart to perfection. What a brilliant strategy from the Season 1 champion. Oscar nearly getting out of DRS. He's got 6 tenths.
Does. But, well defended from Oscar there.
Very well. I think he'll be happy with that.
He will be. Getting caught out by that. No one needs that in their life, do they?
No, exactly.
Okay, you've got
Yellow flag safety car deployed, and what has happened now? Nobody's out of the race, but has someone lost the front wing or is there been a puncture somewhere?
Can't see anything. I'm currently riding on board with the Haas of Pizza Amazing. I haven't seen anything though, so it must have been a bit before. I'll have a look through all the drivers to see if they've got front wings.
This phenomenon, ladies and gentlemen, is the rubber band effect. The race got to a point where we couldn't sustain any longer without a safety car. The rubber band was taped back together, but it was pulled too far. Once again it breaks and we have yet another safety car period. As this race goes from strength to strength.
Ah!
What, Jambling?
Aston Martin, Kizu, I think you say it.
Skuzu,
no front wing at all.
Yeah, I just see that now. What happened to him that brought out the safety car? Oscar pits. Dean stays out. Is Oscar looking to... I don't think Oscar can service penalty, can he?
No. However, mediums to the end.
We'll see if that strategy works because he'll have around 8 or 9 laps to sustain himself.
But not many people have pitted.
Skuzu retires. So Oscar will be back he'll be the back of the field, and he will have to come all the way from 15th to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And there'll be less than 10 laps to go.
I mean, in theory, good idea. In reality, I don't know.
Oscar, can we get you on the line? What's the decision behind that?
Try something different, I guess. If you don't try something different, you don't win stuff, I guess.
That is the mentality I love.
Yeah, just let me see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work.
Well, it would be foolish to throw away the race like that, but we'll wish you the best of luck, Oscar.
I hope so. We'll just see.
We'll cut live to Bottas.
Hello.
So, incidents happened. You're in 7th at the moment. If my calculations are right, Dean leads the World Championship by 3 points at this moment. How confident are you this last 8 or so laps?
I'm pretty confident. I'm on the mediums. My mediums haven't won almost at all. It's only 10 laps to the end, so I don't think the hards will get better than the mediums at any point during the race.
Do you think you can win it?
I think I need a little bit of luck to win as well, but I think I get to the podium and finish ahead of Dean. That's the main goal because championship.
Mm-hmm. What did you make of what Oscar did, pitting for a new set of mediums?
I think it was dumb of him because he was leading the race and just had no pressure at all.
Well, thank you very much, Bottas, and we'll wish you the best of luck for the last couple of laps.
Danke.
Is Bottas German?
He might.
9.
He might identify as being German. Can we get a quick word with Dean, who's leading the race? Dean, absolutely incredible absolutely incredible overtake to go from 4th to 2nd in the early stages of the race. Congratulations on that, but you lead the Grand Prix now. Did Oscar, I'll rephrase that, did Oscar's strategy decision surprise you there?
I think it did. I was prepared for it in any case. I think it would have worked if more drivers pit, but obviously you can only control what you do, and you've got to hope that the rest sort of follow suit. But obviously they haven't. I think it is a mistake on his part, but he's very quick, so I don't know. Hopefully he'll slow up Bottas as he's coming through the field. We'll see.
Lap 16 of 25, and it has all gone wrong for England because Scotland have scored a try in the 79th minute. it's 16-15 and a conversion will win the match for Scottish. Let's get a quick word in with Sam Rose if he's willing. Will Sam speak to us? I don't know.
That's a great try as well.
Right, we'll ignore that. We'll ignore Sam then for now. We'll see if the safety car will come in at the end of the stop, which will mean it will be a 9-lap shootout to the end. Scotland get the conversion. Scotland win the Calcutta Cup again.
Why are we so shit?
And England, after what they did to France 2 weeks ago,
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature.
what happened to
Remember,
them?
there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position. And
There's still time. Still.
Wait a
still
minute.
time.
Wait a minute. Scotland missed the conversion.
Safety car in.
Beats are amazing. How do you get a time penalty under safety
They
car
missed
and
it.
foul?
Right, so Dean will lead us to the green flag racing. Scotland missed a try, I'm pretty sure, or the conversion, sorry. We'll have a full-time update as Dean puts the foot flat to the floor. It's not a great bit of decision-making there. He certainly hasn't given the jump to himself, as Wapping is within a tenth of him, and maybe the Red Bull is going to take the lead of this race. Dean is going to be under tremendous pressure, but he holds on to the lead of the race because Wapping runs wide. Nearly goes in back of him as well.
Oh, Hecron anally rapes Wapping there, spins him a little bit, but they're still going.
Excuse me?
Hey.
Oh, and a virtual safety car. And the race is neutralised again, because Xfirto is out of the race.
The same incident, I believe. He stopped where who was the previous driver? I think it was Theo that stopped there. He, that's unlucky. Wow. 2 corners, 2 drivers. Well, actually, 1 corner, 1 driver. No, 1 corner, 2 drivers.
Oh, Hecron, in an ambition to get racing again, nearly goes into the wall.
Ooh, that shows his determination, I think. He's a tough cookie.
He is, but he does sometimes make stupid decisions. Will we get back to racing conditions now? Both Dean and Wapping look like they're going full speed, and Wapping has a great chance to take the lead, but the green flag still hasn't flown.
Ooh, Hecron nearly got a great start there. VSC hasn't come away though. I presume it would be soon, as the McLaren has started accelerating.
Yeah, it's been a long VSC period.
5 seconds.
But they're going flat out. Are we going green? We're still under VSC conditions.
No.
Yes.
Virtual safety
Hecron
car.
hasn't overtaken.
Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
Yeah, Dean's put his foot flat to the floor. He thinks he's got away with it. He has!
Oh, Chris Raman
gets a drive-through penalty, but Dean has played the grid like a fiddle. He's got a 5-10 lead.
DRS has been enabled.
The Red Bull spins on the final corner, I believe. He's got a 5-second gap.
Absolutely incredibly well strategized from Dean as he takes the lead this race. And Wapping hits the inside wall there. Hecron might have a chance. He goes into the back of him there, maybe giving him a little bit of a bump. You aren't in NASCAR, son. You're in Formula 1. Enzino gets a 3-second time penalty. We're waiting for the full time whistle to blow at Twickenham, and then we can fully focus our attention on the last 8 laps of this race. Dean leads from Wapping from Hecron. Sam Rose 4th, Smolczek in 5th, Bottas in 6th, Chris Raman 7th, Mr. Business, Magnuship and Oscar round out the top 10. But what a great restart it was from Dean Jambo.
Bottas, he is sniffing the rear end of Smolczek here. A little bit of smoke comes out. We got a spinner, Mr. Business.
Mr. Business is around, but he doesn't retire from the race, nor does he close a VSC or a full.
He's missing his end plate, left-hand side.
So Dean leads as Bottas goes up the inside of Smolczek, manages to get a brilliant move done as he closes to the back of Sam Rose and Hecron, and maybe, just maybe, Bottas could shock the world and win this race. Wapping in 2nd, getting very close to the back of Dean, who is trying desperately to win this race and get himself right back into the championship fight and at least close the gap on Bottas to a couple of points. Here comes Wapping to the outside. He takes the lead of the race. Dean will send it up the inside in a desperate attempt to stay in the lead. He'll have to force it around the outside, but he gets it done. Full time at Twickenham. England get the job done.
Come on.
Back to the race, and it is an incredible battle here. The front 5 are separated by a second. what a brilliant race it has been. What a brilliant conclusion it's going to be, Jamboy. Who's your money on?
It was... Who was it? It was Westreezy. He's kind of washed though. Whapping. Do it, buddy.
Bottas goes past Sam Rose to get into 4th position, and Bottas truly means business now. He would still lead the championship by 3 points as it stands. Chris Rahman picked up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But Bottas is on the charge. Bottas is on the prowl. Bottas wants the race win, but he has to negotiate himself past Hecker and Wapping, and of course his championship rival Deancon 91.
This is going to be tight. He is right up the rear end of Heckron here.
Heckron is a bit out of sorts though, and Bottas will have the chance to go all the way around the outside. But let's not forget the fact that Wapping has got DRS on Deancon 91. He won't be able to get past it to turn 27 though, or is he? Heckron sends up the inside of Wapping. They made contact. Bottas goes around the outside. Bottas goes from 6th to 3rd in the space of a lap.
Oh my word. Insane racing. I'm loving it.
Da 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 da. Get out. Bottas makes a small bit of contact with Wapping there as he tries to get past the McLaren in his first race for the squad. Let's not forget that, of course, after leaving Aston Martin in a very public contract dispute, he moves to McLaren to try to win the World Championship for them. He leads the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He must hold on for another 6 laps, which is easier said than done around this track.
Fun fact, the only race I didn't win when I was in my prime was Saudi.
Oh, what a move from Bottas! Oh, what a brilliant move! He cuts from the outside to the inside, almost what Daniel Ricciardo did back at the Italian Grand Prix in 2014 in Sebastian Vettel, and Bottas now finds himself 1 place behind his championship rival. Incredible!
Great stuff. Here comes
Wapping! Oh my good God! Goes up the inside, nearly forces both of them off the track. Somehow survives. Sam Rose in 4th position, trying to get past Wapping in turn. But let's not forget the fact that Bottas is closing on his championship rival. And this is, of course, for the definitive lead of the race. Oscar is also in this battle, as Smartcheck goes racing wheel to wheel with him. Oh, contact! Heckron hits the wall. Here comes Oscar now trying to get past him. He does so, and now he might be in the battle for the lead of this race. Bottas getting very close to his championship rival. Will go the long way around. Dean forces his way up the inside. Bottas gets it done. Oh, Dean's going to have to go the long way around the outside. Bottas leads the race, and Wapping gets into 2nd.
Oh my word. I didn't even notice. I was looking on behind.
And maybe, just maybe, Bottas can go and win this race now. He's got 7 tenths in his championship rival, and what a way to win the race this would be. He gets a penalty! Goodness gracious me, the drama is amped up to 10. Sam Rose and Oscar racing each other for position. Oscar going right around the outside. Oscar gets to 5th position. Let's not forget, he is a penalty. So anyone of Wapping or Dean can win this race, as Bottas clips the inside wall going through turn number 14 and 15 there. Somehow, someway, Dean could still find a way to win this race.
Oscar now, he's sniffing the rear end of Smochek here. He could go for a move. He's not going to. He's a smart boy. But he could have. Oh, for contact! Oscar into Smochek. Heckron, 3 seconds.
Surely the aim of Wapping now would be to work to Dean to try and close up to Bottas now, as we head into the final 4 laps of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Bottas needs to find 2.5 seconds in 4 laps to win this race. Oscar's up to 4th position. Mr. Business gets another 3-second time penalty, but maybe Oscar could win this race if the front 3 come together. Smochek goes right around the outside of him. Dean gets very close to Bottas, sends it up the inside. Contact made, nearly slides out of contention, but somehow survives.
Oh my word. Oscar's lost about 2 places in that straight there. He's looking ropey, but I think it might have been just the DRS.
Cowboys pick to win the race. Westreezy gets a 3-second time penalty. We have a car off. Asetok has spun at the first 2 corners. Doesn't bring out a safety car, though this will probably be your last lap to bring out of the SC or a safety car, as Bottas once again pulls out a 1-second lead.
I mean, the top 7 here are separated by what? 2.5 seconds there?
Yeah, 3.5 seconds.
Oscar sliding about here. He's angry.
Dean needs to get back into DRS and he needs to get back in it now. I don't think he did. No, he hasn't.
Oh.
So Bottas now has 3.5 laps to try and extend out 2 seconds. But let's not forget, Dean could still get DRS for the next detection point. He has done so. Dean stays alive in this race once again. What a brilliant, brilliant show of TRL talent, Jamboy.
Oh my god. I'm rapidly falling in love with this sport.
So you know, we're getting some strange
Good to know, and it's always good to have you as a commentary partner, my friend. Whapping 4 tenths away from Dean as we head into the final 3 laps of the Grand Prix. All Dean has to do is stay within 3 seconds, and the Grand Prix victory is his first for McLaren and his first race for McLaren. And what a fairy tale start to life it would be at the Woking team if he got the job done. Within 3. Yeah, they are.
I thought it'd be like somewhere a bit decent, you know.
Well, their facilities are quite.
Oh yeah. Aren't they the one with the big silver building?
Yeah, the MTC. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that turns into a spaceship in the Entombed.
I didn't watch Toon. I thought it was a bit weird.
You didn't watch Toon. You have to. It's extraordinary sort of cartoon.
Right.
It's crazy.
Violence.
Yeah, because like anything and everything happens to both Jensen Button, Alexander Armstrong, and Lewis Hamilton. And Nick de Vries is in it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, when he was like 3?
No, like when he was like 12.
Ah.
Still, anyway.
Yeah.
2.5 laps to go in the race. Dean has had a good lap by his standards. He didn't dip out of the DRS range, crucially, and he's now within 7, 6, 5, going down to 4 tenths between him and Bottas as we head to 2 to go in Saudi Arabia. Can he win the race on track, Jamboy?
He could. But will he?
Find out, and he has a great run here in the front straight. Nothing silly here. He makes contact. It's a reckless bit of defending for Bottas, who slides through the first corner. Mr. Business has spun, but it's too late to bring out a safety car. Could he be doing his former teammate a favour here?
I think Mr. Business needs to be put down at this point.
That's a bit harsh.
Wow. I'm sorry.
So it's between Dean and Wapping on track to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, because let's not forget the Bottas did pick up a 3-second time penalty just a couple of laps ago when it seemed he had the race won. Let's not forget he came back from 7th on the medium compound tyre to come through to take the lead, but it was all gone in a couple of corners. And of course he got that time penalty, which has thrown this entire race into disrepute. Dean in second, Wapping third, but Bottas leads the way on track. He needs to find 2 and a bit seconds in 1.5 laps. He surely couldn't do it.
Surely he
Mr. Business officially out of the race now, but that's not going to bring out a safety car because he's retired in the pit lane. So here we go. We are nearing 1 lap to go here in Saudi Arabia. Dean still can't pull away from Wapping, who's looking to get a race victory from Red Bull. Dean looking to get a victory from McLaren. Bottas, if any of those two come together, looking to get a race win for Kik Sauber as he tries to defend his championship lead as we head to the white flag here in Saudi Arabia. Dean might have a great chance to win this race on track. He's got 10% of his battery left. Bottas doesn't defend. Dean sends it down the inside. Can he get the move done? Small bit of contact. He doesn't need to get past. He holds it right around the outside. Dean gets a penalty!
Wapping can win this!
Wapping has to get past both of them on track if he wants to win it on track, but Dean has to get past Bottas to win this race now. He might have inadvertently thrown it away in the final lap of the Grand Prix. Unbelievable scenes.
Oh my lord.
All Wapping has to do is keep it within the boundaries of the circuit, and he is going to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. All Dean has to do is get past Bottas, which is easier said than done. He needs a miraculous final sector. All Bottas has to do is just stay in front of the two of them and not mess anything up. He has to defend a 6/10 of a second gap. And let's not forget last time what happened when the stakes were on offer, when the stakes were on the table, when the chips were down on the final lap of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in TRL. We got a photo finish. Can Dean somehow, some way get past Bottas? He has one last chance down towards turn 27. He's going to have to use DRS. He's going to have to get the exit, but he doesn't. And Valtteri Bottas somehow finds a way to win the race on track, but whopping wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. What a race, Jamboy!
What? How do I describe this? Exhilarating race we've got on our hands here.
Unbelievable scenes.
My West Streezy in 9th place. At least you finished. Big ups to you.
Somehow, he finds a way, and somehow, he pushes back all the odds. He was the only one that hadn't suffered a time penalty. And Bottas crucially extends his championship lead in the process because Dean got that penalty. Let's speak to our race winner.
Yeah,
Congratulations, my friend. What a way to win us.
Yeah, it was just a race of not getting penalties, and then the win came obviously with the other people getting pens. So yeah.
We'll come back to you in just a second. We'll get the podium celebrations first. But what a way to win a race. He does a backflip. He thinks he's Rey Mysterio.
He's that guy.
He does a weird pose of his legs, but the British flag is on top of the TRL podium, and Red Bull are back to winning ways. The king would be proud. Here is your race results for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and what a race it was. 42 minutes, 35 seconds, and 0.7 of a second sees Wapping win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix from Bottas in second and Dean in third. You can feel for Dean though, that was the one that got away. Magdashik finishes in fourth with Oscar in fifth, Samrose sixth, Smokzak, Hecker and Asatok and Chris Rahman round out the top 10. In Zeno is 11th, Pizza Amazing 12th, Westreezy in 13th. Mr. Business, Exfirto, Excuzu and Theo were our retirements. What a Grand Prix. Let's talk to our winner. Congratulations, Thomas.
Yeah, it was a...
Thomas, just tell us what was going through your mind there on the final lap of the race when Dean went wide and got second time penalty.
Yeah, it was just, I think, pressure. Just keeping that ERS till the last straight. I think I still had 40% left over the last straight, so I just knew that it was come down to that, and then obviously Dean got pen instead, so that made it a bit easier. Yeah, happy to win from 17th.
Look, you had the qualifying ban. Do you feel like this is one of the best all-time performances in TRL history?
I would say so. I mean, 17th to first isn't that bad considering there are 17 drives on the grid. But, yeah,
Jamboy, any questions for our race winner?
Thomas, when you came into this race, you saw Saudi Arabia in front of you, and you saw me and Storm in the commentary box. Was there a little light in the sky through your window that said, you can win this?
I think there was actually, yeah. I knew I had the pace here. I knew that Qatar wasn't the result I wanted. You know, P7 getting a qualifying ban, that was obviously my fault, no one else's. I just knew I had to redeem myself for this race and get the win, which I did.
Well done.
Honestly, I just want to say that you said you had the qualifying ban, and I think I said it jokingly to you in the Red Bull server today to just be yourself. And you somehow, you just found a way to harness my advice, my joking advice. And you've pulled off one of the best performances I think I've ever seen in TRL. And as you suggested, the commentator should pick driver of the day, and it goes to you, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I'm just really happy for the result.